it just me? Or are there more outlanders now?
I wonder what's on the other side of the ocean.
I sense the outside world.
Time to go. Follow the wind. Time to go. There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
Bantan Sangha detect statements. Lovely happy as well.
Characters. Shogun must have her reasons.
Why do new explorers make the same mistakes over and over again?
According to the letter, this should be the place.
Sorry, we don't serve the general public. I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
Wait! We're not the general public.
Well then, you must be a couple of wandering outlanders that snuck into the nation, judging by your attire.
Are our clothes really so... what Paimon means to say is...
The Yashiro Commission's seal. This must be from Mr. Toma. It seems there's more to you than meets the eye. In which case, welcome to the Komore Tea House, a safe haven for the Yashiro Commission.
Well, that sounds more like it. Well, now that we're here, where's Toma? Paimon doesn't see him anywhere. Do you think he forgot his promise to meet us?
Who forgot their promise?
I was beginning to think you'd forgotten about me.
What? Is that dog talking to us?
Relax, no need to look so surprised. I take it this is the first time you've seen me in this form? Huh. So you didn't see anything like this when you were in Liyue Harbor?
Ah, now that you mention it, this does suddenly seem less out of the ordinary.
Alright, I've had my fun.
Hey, you're this close to getting an ugly nickname, mister!
Well, I've had some time to kill, given that I've been waiting here for you for so long. So I came up with this little fun greeting for when you arrived. But in all seriousness, I would like to apologize about that little test you went through earlier. It helped us determine whether or not to bring you before Miss Kamisato, and whether you had the courage to face the lightning alongside us.
Don't think that Paimon's gonna forgive you just because you're getting all serious now.
Sorry, did I overdo it? My apologies. Let me just say this. You've often found yourself skirting the rules from the very beginning, haven't you? Naturally, this is due to your unwavering and resolute determination. A long time ago, we had a friend who was much the same, but when the lightning struck... Ah, so you've heard of his story. His light still burns all the more brightly. Yes, of course. I will bring you to the Kamisato residence where the Yashiro Commission is located. But before that, there is one other place I was hoping you both would accompany me to.
Oh? Where?
I would like you to come with me to the statue of the omnipresent god. It's still under construction now, but you can already see it from practically anywhere on Narukami Island.
The books were more interesting in the past. What delicious tea. The books were more interesting in the past.
Time to go.
This area sure feels gloomy. People probably don't come here often, do they? Huh? Are Paimon's eyes playing tricks? Or are there things embedded in the statue?
Visions.
Visions? You mean all the visions that are collected from the Vision Hunt decree are put into this statue?
So you've already heard of the Vision Hunt decree. Before I try to explain, I should perhaps remind you first that Mondstadt is the city of freedom, and Liyue is the city of contracts. As for Inazuma, it's known as the Nation of Eternity. The Raiden Shogun is both the nation's most powerful ruler and its deity. The Eternity in question is her endless and unchanging will to rule over Inazuma. As such, she relies on the Tri-Commission to regulate the nation's affairs and the Sakoku Decree to limit the people's movement. The Shogun wishes to keep Inazuma in stasis, allowing the stream of time to flow from one end to the other without disturbing it, for all—
Seems like every god has their own will.
Of course, this is my own limited understanding. As for the reason behind the recent Vision Hunt decree, perhaps the Shogun believes that visions grant people the power to change, and that her eternity doesn't allow for such instability to exist. Whatever the case, the fact is that the Raiden Shogun has dispatched the Tenryou Commission to scour the nation, and this statue of the omnipresent god can be seen as Inazuma's symbol of eternity.
But if that's the case, wouldn't you say that the Raiden Shogun is being, I don't know, selfish?
Only outlanders such as yourselves would ever dare speak out so directly against the Raiden Shogun. And yet, I agree. The Vision Hunt decree is something that simply should not exist. And Miss Kamisato has been committed to fighting it since the day it was announced.
Huh? Hey, are you okay? You look like your mind is elsewhere.
Sound? What sound? I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, you touched the statue, and then what?
Aspirations? That would seem to confirm the saying. Have you heard it before? That when a person's ambition reaches a certain strength, the gods look upon them with favor. That is where visions come from. In other words, a person's vision represents their ambition. So if what you just said is true, then the ambitions of these people are stronger than I imagined. Alright, time for the next stop on our tour of Narukami Island, the Kamisato residence.
Finally!
Time to go. Into the wind.
Special yakitori for sale. Come and try some.
One with nature. Yeah. The wind knows me. Time to go. One with nature.
Shake it! Oh!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Wait, hear me.
The wind knows me. Time to go. This is the end. It's fine. One with nature.
Go as one! Barbados, guide us.
Take this! Lightning flash! Lightning flash! Wind Strider!
Are you here to play?
The wind knows me.
Blink! The more, the merrier.
Clouds high, the birds call! Into the wind!
Over here!
The wind knows me. Into the wind! The wind knows me.
I swear by my sword! Look at you, foozhound!
I shall protect the Lady of the
How
Clan.
does the Koku decree affect that?
So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzier.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guests. Miss Kamisato is delighted to finally—
Is this the Shirazage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how Miss Kamisato is accustomed to receiving guests. Consider it a time-honored tradition within the Yashiro Commission. Forgive me if this is an unwelcome surprise.
Makes sense. She's a super important person after all.
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a long and wearisome journey over the sea. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, at present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree. The people's aspirations are being— Though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, a commission's power right— Traveler, lend us your power, and we can— Oh.
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a swordmaster determined to become the best in the world.
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. I will await your return here. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
One with nature. Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Let's see. What else do I have left to do today?
one with nature.
See, where's the person Ayaka told us about?
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden, after all these years?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no time to prepare. The children are desperate for you to take them out to play. Please, we urge you to reconsider.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us about. Let's go over and see.
You must also be here to try and convince Tejima. Tejima has protected this place ever since he arrived, keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near. But now, all of a sudden, we will gladly apologize if that's the case.
If you want my opinion, it's clear that Tejima had done nothing wrong. And still, I can't claim to fully understand. Truth be told...
Seems like he's...
We can't let him leave while he's in such a bad state.
You must be Tejima. So what's made you want to up and leave all of a sudden?
Me? It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of what reason I would have to stay. True. And what made me want to come here 30 years ago? And why have I never wanted to leave in all that time? I don't have answers to those questions because I can't remember anymore. In the past, I knew I wanted to stay here. But whatever resolve I had then...
Okay. Well, in that case, if we help you rediscover... But if you can't remember... Oh! Maybe if you just try a little harder to remember, then...
Oh, that reminds me. Last time I brought Tejima some fruit, I do believe I saw him writing in a diary.
I keep a diary?
Oh, yes, you do. And what's more, I remember you saying...
Perfect! So if we want to keep Tejima from leaving...
If you don't mind, we will...
This looks like Tejima's diary. Let's see what... Today, the villagers and I got together to cook. Today, I went kite flying today. Seems like you're... Huh? What? I went to pray at the shrine again today and stayed there a while. The omamori you gave me is... Now that's the kind of story Tejima wrote about. Interesting. Looking at the color and the design... But anyway, if he had this with him all the... Somewhere that Tejima visited a lot. The soil looks like it's been disturbed. Maybe must be something pretty It looks like a letter. Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? So the reason... But he's been here for 30 years! Well, let's go give Tejima his...
Well, I'll be... Still, it's clear that I was waiting for someone. Over the years, And just look at all the things that... How could I have forgotten something so important to me? Love? Regret? No. After all, it's as if she'd never been in my life to be... Although, when I think about it like that, how curious. I shall remain.
Tejima seems to be dealing... okay. But still, it makes Paimon really sad. Seems it's just like Ayaka and Tomo were saying. If you lose your vision, you... That certainly explains the state. At least we were able to help him. According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
The wind knows me.
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining law and order in Inazuma. The ones actually enforcing the Vision Hunt decree. But why would they take action against one of the... Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see...
I'll ask one more time. Do you intend to withhold this month's emergency provisions?
The entire clan is counting on that food. We demand an explanation. How many times do I have to say it? I don't know anything about
You dare deceive us? Those provisions are essential. Do you understand?
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryou Commission will hear of this!
Oh, huh? And who are you? Wanakuro's...
What? We just happened to be passing by. We heard the commotion and came to see what the matter was.
I see. You seem to have come just at the right time. Perhaps you... This is Kurosawa. He's a samurai and a member of the Shogun's army. They issue emergency provisions to the area, and he's the one responsible for distribution. In the past, we'd simply ask him for provisions and everything would be delivered. Now, he suddenly refuses to give us anything. He's keeping the provisions for himself, I just know it. We'll starve without them.
No one seems to care about us. We used to think Kurosawa was a kind man, but he's shown his true It's no wonder all the visions have been confiscated. The Raiden Shogun doesn't need people like him helping her rule the nation.
This must be one of the people Ayaka asked us to help. Maybe we should talk to Kurosawa.
I've never even heard of these emergency provisions. I don't know whether it's rumors or whether they're trying to blackmail me. But either way, it's ridiculous. If I was my own family can barely get by as it is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got other matters to attend to. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shogun's army told me that I was unworthy of my vision. And they said I was slacking off in my work.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce the Vision Hunt decree. Why would you be unworthy of your—
To be perfectly honest, I don't see— All I know is that I will perform certain things every month. And it's not just that.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency?
I didn't take any. Like I said, if I was taking them for myself, I would— To top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure hoarders. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure hoarders yourself.
You see, but we better confirm. Look, we should be able to—
Time to go. We really outdid ourselves this time. All those samurai houses packed with goods. We really hit the jackpot.
You haven't seen anything yet. There'll be— Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you all on an epic journey of pillage and—
You demand, boss!
These seem like the treasure hoarders we're after. Let's teach them a lesson!
Another test.
One with nature.
Thunderclap!
As one with wind and cloud. Into the wind. Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to steal that, you know? Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think of joining the treasure hoarders? We could use someone like you. Kurosawa? So he's the one who sent you after us, huh? Just our luck.
So what did you see inside? Was it stuffed with food supplies?
Food supplies? You kidding? That place was a complete mess. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it myself. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little box—
You've got a deal! Now
Huh? What the—
There's nothing in here but
Yeah, a lot of them too! And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get— As for you guys, you're free to go.
Yes. So, we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs. Does that—
Shut it! Let's—
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Can I help you find something? Or perhaps there's something you want to inquire about? Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it? Perhaps you're here to pay off his debts.
Whoa, whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're just here to learn where they all came from. How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money? Did he buy anything super expensive here?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly to purchase large quantities of foodstuffs. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket recently, and his salary was no longer enough to cover the cost.
So that's how he was getting those emergency provisions. But why did he have to purchase a usual amount? If the price...
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency provisions must have been carefully calculated. Kurosawa thought that it would be quite the disappointment for them if they found they didn't have enough. So he deemed it necessary to take on the debt rather...
Wow. Kurosawa was and no one ever appreciated what he did.
People's attitudes will always reflect their circumstances. In the face of hardship, if you ask me, had Kurosawa told everyone the truth about... Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. What he would... As for why he chose... If you're still curious, why don't you... I see. That reminds... Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name, he'll have no choice but...
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a very... I've asked him about its origins. He told me that it was a gift from his father. In hindsight, I regret that I never made an offer on it. Everything has its price, at least that's what I think. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps it'll even... Oh, but before you go, if you would...
But we didn't buy anything!
Information is also a kind of commodity. Don't worry. I won't charge much for information about Kurosawa. Nothing we ever discussed was explicitly confidential anyway.
At least we now know where the emergency provisions are coming from. Let's go talk to Kurosawa again.
Time to go. Follow the wind.
What are you doing here all by yourself?
I presented them with a choice. Either they left or I drew my sword. It turned out to be a real time saver, actually. Did you manage to track down the treasure hoarder?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really were distributing emergency provisions.
Strange. Is that really the kind of person I was? I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? And why would I put myself in such a difficult situation? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to scare those two away, I could sense that my body was somehow... This sword was once wielded by my father. I remember once when I was young, I wanted to sneak out with the blade and show it off to the kids next door. What did he say? It would seem that I forgot many important things when my vision was taken from me. All I can remember now is my father telling me that this blade bore his life's creed and said to me,
Hey, if you look carefully, there seems to be some words engraved on the hilt. Can you recognize the words?
Virtue and some Somehow those two words seem to explain taking on seemingly endless debts to make others happy. I guess that must have been my greatest ambition after all. But what use of virtue and justice? I purchased the provisions for those in need. The Tenryo Commission seized my vision, and the very people I was so desperately trying to help. And the irony of all of it is, I somehow still felt sorry when threatening them with my blade. I'm incapable of being a good person, yet I'm equally unable.
Yet another troubled. When we get the chance, let's speak to Toma about Kurosawa's... In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah, seems like lose. Fortunately for us, you don't... Let's go find the next person. Their vision taken is supposed to be a famous sword master around these parts. Paimon heard that he's the present-day master of Meikyo Shisui art. Sounds pretty impressive. This is his dojo. Luckily, there's some people around.
Nanako, don't worry. Sensei will be fine. Those thugs that challenged the dojo were strong, but he fought them all off in the end.
Maybe, but... I'm still worried about him. Things have gotten dangerous before in the past, but it's never shaken him.
It's just because he's been possessed, that's all. Once the exorcism has taken place...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're trespassers or just here to harass us while Sensei is impaired. Get out of here immediately! Don't make me draw my blade, or you won't live to regret it.
No! You got it so wrong! We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. We've heard all about the mighty master of Meikyo but then we got here and overheard you talk...
From the way you're dressed, please, accept my apologies. We've had so many people trying to... You haven't arrived at the best of times, I'm afraid. Sensei got possessed recently, and he's still recovering. I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Okay, how about this? Sensei's name is Domon, a name I'm sure you've already heard. Though self-taught, he mastered the art of the sword to a high level. He then proceeded to defeat many... He once said that his goal was to become the best sword master in the world. And so, even while training us, he continued to hone his own art. But then...
Not long ago, Sensei had his vision taken away. He hasn't been the same since. He says the strangest things over and over. Junya and I have discussed it, and we both think that he's been possessed by an evil spirit. So, but if I'm honest,
The Grand Narukami Shrine?
You haven't heard of it? It's the largest shrine on Narukami Island. The head shrine maiden is reputed to... Not that we'd have any means of involving the head shrine maiden, of course. So don't worry, Nanako. The exorcism will take place this evening. You're both more...
So, losing your vision can cause possession...
Shh. So you decided to come. It's a good thing you didn't arrive any earlier. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, when she asked him who the people were, it looked like he was in great distress. All the while he kept calling those names. One of them was Anz. Sensei wouldn't stop calling. The ritual has now begun. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water. If he...
her up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be...
How? Are you sure you're Domon's? Unless... I guess it...
excuse me! And what are you doing sneaking around these parts?
Bad news? I'll have you know I trained... I don't care to talk about that time anymore. But if you must know...
His senior?
Anzai. Yes, that's me. Because I don't wish to see Domon or anyone else's... When we were young, we trained under the same... I had begun training 5 practitioners of Make-You... But Domon was different. The first thing he did when he joined was go straight to our sensei and ask him, with a beat. Sensei scolded him and told him that the art of the sword should not be used for... I thought so too at the time. But only then did I realize that it was Domon. He was consumed by...
Sure sounds like he meant biz...
Because until he arrived, I was convinced that I would succeed our sensei as the... Of all the disciples, I was the most gifted. I had trained the longest. Domon's arrival changed everything. When we sparred, I lost not just the match, but my pride, and later, I heard that after that I wanted... So, I decided to quietly come and see if it were true. Then, to my complete astonishment, I heard him call... So you see... Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now.
Seems like we got it wrong this time. Still, Paimon...
What? You're saying he isn't possessed? Does that mean he's just lost his mind? But how is that...
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what? But spirits may take a mirror, and all is certainly not...
Lady Yai? Is that...
The head shrine maiden of the Grand Narukami Shrine? That's wonderful news!
Correct. Lady Yai is most knowledgeable in... I am unable to say for
Excuse me, Miss...
That won't be necessary. I must leave now, but we will...
Who'd have thought Lady Yai herself would have...
Do you mean to say that Sensei isn't...
No, that's not what I meant at all. I just mean this is Lady Yai. Given that you've traveled all this way just to meet our sensei, we...
Sure! After... Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to find...
Time to go.
The wind knows me.
Into the wind! One with nature! Into the wind! The wind knows it. Into the wind!
Another black one? No, let me try
again. Do you think that's Lady Ai? Oh, no wonder Junya was so excited. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look right at us just now? It was probably nothing.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Domon has persisted in this state for some time now. He appears to see those who have lost to him in duels
Lady Ai, this is nothing like him at all.
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that your sensei... But... yes. This is unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back desperately again. That's for what has triggered this change.
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Ai...
Your school practices make stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. There was once one who claimed to be indifferent. Then, what of the one...
Lady Ai, I'm not sure
the path of the sword. It requires one to take their sword firm. Only a deep commitment to his ambition to become... When that ambition disappeared...
Poor sensei.
I'm sorry, Father.
That's enough.
Huh? Isn't that Ansai? Did he follow us the whole...
Ansai? Why are there two of you? You're here for revenge, aren't you? I knew it.
You're right to assume that my feelings towards you. It's been so long now that I don't think most of the people... Now I know that we can't place... But that is no reason to strip them of theirs.
But what if one day I put everything I had? If there's a chance...
Have you asked them what they think?
Sensei, after you rescued me from the hands of the pirates, I can't know whether I will suffer in my future as I want to keep going until it...
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see? You can play... Being stripped of your ambition is something that's... So, just as you are not in the same position.
I'm sorry to have made you worry for me. I no longer have the resolve to become the best in the world. But as your sensei, this is my promise.
You can count on that. But I am now well, don't...
So even though his ambition was taken away, his disciples can take—
Traveler, a moment, please. Lady Yai has some words for you.
So, my intuition was correct. The wind that blows from afar carries fresh life to these shores. For us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you, child. Don't just...
Ooh, Lady Yai seems to— She seems super mysterious. But, we can—
Narukami, please. See that he stays safe.
The wind knows me.
Another bad one? Let me try that.
Archon, whenever you're troubled.
One with nature.
Take this!
Another bad one?
Take this! Lightning flash!
guess who fulfilled all your wishes? Huh? Ayaka! Huh?
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 Traveler, Paimon, it is a pleasure to finally meet you both face to face. I have heard all about how you helped our three friends. My sincerest thanks to you.
Yeah, short of getting them their visions back, it seems like there's no way to really help them. Ayaka, how come this time you get to come out and meet us in person?
Because now that you have done the three things I asked of you, I consider you to be my friends. As you will observe, I dispense with the screen for Toma also.
Wait a second. But isn't Toma your, servant? Paimon's happy to help and all, but Paimon sure as heck did not sign up to be a servant.
Oh. Paimon, you are most entertaining. Toma is first and foremost my friend, and was so before he ever became my attendant.
Oh, okay then. Ayaka, you seem pretty different out in the open compared to how you are behind the screen. Alright, we can be friends.
Thank you both. Back to the matter at hand. You have now witnessed the pain of those deprived of their visions. What are your feelings on what you have seen? Perhaps in the eyes of a day, thunders roar, lightnings flash, the winds assault, and the rains descent. But I believe that surely you It seems that perhaps now you can appreciate. You will? Really? Naturally.
Alright, bravo.
See? I told you he wouldn't reject them. Now then, given that the remainder of our discussion pertains to matters...
Well, here we are again.
Please continue without me. I'll keep watch.
So, what's the deal with this place anyway? What makes it your favorite meeting spot?
This is land that was gifted to the Yashiro Commission by the Shogun. The Kamisato clan has the exclusive right to plan, build, and repair any property on this land, and even to allow or deny access. Such privileges exist due to the Yashiro Commission's role in managing ceremonial affairs. Often...
Oh, Paimon gets it! Got it.
Once the number of ceremonial affairs conducted in the city began to decline, our forebears built a tea house here.
Makes sense. Perfect place for a secret base.
In any case, we can talk freely here. I presume you have a few questions that you wish to ask me? The almighty Shogun. I've seen her on but only a few occasions, most of them formal ceremonies. She inspires awe, commands respect, and exudes a sense of absolute authority. But as I recall, it was her almost complete lack of any emotion. In that sense, she appeared to me to be less of a ruler and more of, well, an executive official, I suppose. The issue is this. For the vast majority of people, the Vision Hunt Decree is something that has no impact. After all, it is but a tiny minority of people who receive visions. Moreover, it is because of this, the attitude of most people towards the Vision Hunt Decree is...
How can they be like that?
Nevertheless, in addition to us, there is also the resistance on Watatsumi Island.
Resistance? You mean like...
Yes. Many who have lost or fear losing their visions have rallied together under Sangonomiya on Watatsumi Island to form to say a little more about Sangonomiya, but I do wonder whether there may... Of course! We have tried on numerous occasions. Unfortunately, each time a proposal to repeal the decree arrives at they invariably adopt a stand. It almost makes one wonder whether they had a hand in the
Paimon has a question though.
Oh? What would you like to know?
Have you got a plan yet to fight the Vision Hunt decree?
To be honest, we do not.
What?
Please, do not forget that challenging the Vision Hunt decree is tantamount to Well, for the moment, for example, by providing vision bearers with safe refuge.
You're telling Paimon that there are...
Don't underestimate the talents of the craftspeople in Hanamizaka. To the naked eye, their counterfeits are indistinguishable from the genuine article. The problem we are facing right now is that Master Masakatsu, who was providing us with counterfeit vision.
Darn! So they found out about...
Yes. We knew it was not a long-term solution, and that it was only a matter of time before it would be exposed. But we cannot simply abandon Master Masakatsu. Exactly. I feel the same way. By no means do... When you are ready, go to Hanamizaka and look for a fireworks shop run by the Naganohara family. There, you will find someone who can help you.
More interesting than the past.
What delicious tea.
Into the wind!
Just hand it over. You don't want any trouble with me. If you think you're elemental, believe me, you're not...
Can't you make an exception?
So this is the Vision Hunt decree in action, huh? We can't just sit around and watch things Psst! Hey, wait! Huh? There's someone trying to get... Come on! This way! What's going on? Can't you see we need to go help? Shh! Quiet! Just sit tight and watch for a moment. Hey! This isn't right, you know! Just because you don't have a vision doesn't mean you can sit there. Huh? Hey, wait! You do have a vision! Shh! If you don't keep your voice down, I won't have one much longer.
All right. Here.
Wise choice.
What should we do now? He's already given up his vision. This is your fault.
Many thanks, Miss Yoimiya. If you hadn't swapped me a fake just now, I'm sure I would have lost it.
No worries. You put on quite the convincing performance.
Oh, so that's what's going on here. And to think Paimon was about to unleash Paimonial wrath on Miss Yoimiya.
Think nothing of it. I could tell from your reaction we were on the same side. You just... Oh, right. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Yoimiya, the current owner of Naganohara Fireworks. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Great to meet ya.
Practically everyone on Hanamizaka knows Yoimiya. She's the queen of the summer festival. Without her and her fireworks, summer on Narukami Island just wouldn't be the same.
Whoa, that's quite the introduction. Paimon loves fireworks. It's
Stop it, Hanjiro. You'll embarrass me. As As for thanking me, you'd be better off thanking Master Masakatsu. He's the one that gave me the fake visions in the first place. His handiwork allowed me to keep my own vision.
Yes, Master Masakatsu.
Master Huh? Do you guys know him too? You don't say! Then it sounds like the Shirasagi Himegimi has a plan. But if I just march straight in there by myself, I'd probably get Miss Kamisato in a whole heap of trouble. So, what about if—
Sure! Welcome to the team! Ayaka told us to go look for help at a fireworks shop. She must have meant you!
Seems like I finally got a new job to do. Besides hiding vision bearers in— So, Master Masakatsu is being held at the police station. I've already surveyed—
Whoa, talk about a reliable source! Seems we've got the right person on our team!
Not bad, huh?
Time to break him out!
One with nature.
I won't hold you back. Much.
Now that we're inside, this place is a whole lot creepier than Paimon imagined.
Come on, this way! As long as we stay quiet, I certainly wouldn't want to end up locked away in here. We should split up. I've got a little present to prepare for Master Masaka.
You sure?
Yes,
Time to go. Into the wind! Wind Strider!
I must withdraw.
Talk about a big door! Seems we need to collect something shaped like Magatama in order to open it.
Show me what you've got! Don't hold back!
The wind knows me.
I'm going in!
Watch your step!
One with nature.
I carry!
Shaken and stirred!
Into the wind.
Allow me. Strike first!
The wind knows me.
Don't hold back!
We go!
Lightning flash!
Scratch that!
Into the wind. One with nature.
Everybody stand back!
Watch your step!
Think you can bully me?
Show me what you've got!
Into the wind.
I dare you!
One with nature.
Clear cut!
Into the wind.
Bested.
One with nature.
Battle formation!
This wall looks a bit odd. Maybe there's some special trick to it.
Take this!
Teamwork is dreamwork!
One with nature.
Soldier!
These guys seem a lot tougher than usual. Paimon wonders if that armor over there has anything to do with the source of their strength. I'm a rock!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Brace yourself.
The wind knows me.
That hurts! That's gonna hurt in the... Let's light it up!
One with nature. Falling leaves. Adorn my night.
I'm going in!
Show me what you've got!
The wind knows me.
Don't hold back!
One with nature.
Watch your step! I dare you! That's not you two. Train harder.
Into the wind. Time to go.
Doesn't that Magatama shape look pretty similar to the grooves on the door over there?
Brace yourself, lesson. Don't hold back! I dare you! Show me what you've got!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
I must
One with nature.
Watch your step!
Everybody stand back!
I dare you!
Into the wind!
Allow me to strike first!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! That hurts! Take this! Wind strike!
I need to.
So many regrets.
Take this! Bastard!
Thunderclap!